What are you looking at?
It's cool. It looks like a bird's wing or something.
Where are we looking at?
See how the fire's curling around that one board?
What board? Oh, yeah.
Isn't that cool?
I should go pick it up.
No.
Oh, man, I gotta go pick it up. Dang it, dude's not fighting the wheelbarrow anymore. Oh, no.
I think fire is so cool looking.
And look, I found some caps for those posts all the way along there too.
Should I fart this time and stink out the whole field again? Those boys won't smell it. They're just gonna be able to smell it.
Hey, what's up guys? Today we went ahead and got our greenhouse going. I forgot, shame on me, to record it. But everybody was kind of grumpy because it's been very cold here. And now today it was really hot. So everybody did it with a loving heart, but we weren't all in the best mood. And now it's cooled down, everybody went inside, and I remembered, hey, I need to put this on film. So I'm going to show you what we did. So starting at this end, we put in this, so what this really is a box spring from a bed that Grandma Tammy ripped apart a long time ago. And it just so happens that it fit right in this area perfectly. Excuse me. And we have some pots that we can hang that sit basically perfectly in those springs. So we can hang those and plant some more stuff in there. Kenzie and Colson helped me plant everything in here. So over here, Colson planted onion and garlic, onions and garlic chives, onions and regular chives, and then the onions stop right here. And we also planted in some dill in between the onions because they're a great companion. Next we have strawberries with savory, summer, parsley, and cilantro mixed in because they are also good companion plants. Moving down, we have a section right here of carrots. There is regular orange carrots and rainbow mixed carrots. Moving down a little bit more, we've got two different kinds of bush beans and pinto beans, green beans, and then at the very end we've got some cabbage. And switching over to this side, up front here I've got asparagus in the back so it can grow up the trellis. Is some cucumbers, zucchini, and another kind of cucumber. And then in front of that we have some snap peas. And then in front of that we have a row of celery. Over here we've got some peppermint in the back right there, rosemary, basil, oregano, thyme, and in the middle there is some mustard. Moving down we have kale, lettuce, wild lettuce, spinach, and Swiss chard, arugula greens, and romaine lettuce. And over here we've got potatoes. Looks like they forgot to stick one down in the ground there, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Maybe it just popped up when I watered it, but... And potatoes over there, so got a lot going on in here. It's not a lot of space, but I'm really excited because every other year that we have done a garden, we have a lot of things that burn up because it gets really hot here, and our soil is mostly sand, so it does not hold water well. So I'm hoping in here it will keep it from scorching it, and then I can keep it watered well. I'm going to do some soaker hoses, maybe instead of soaker hoses, maybe misters up top. I'm not sure. I'm going to research what would be best for it. But yeah, that is our greenhouse for the year. So there she is, our beautiful greenhouse. We also had a ton of weeds in the rest of our garden area. So while Kenzie, Colston, and I were planting stuff, Brian and Grandma Tammy were cleaning out the weeds out of these 2 boxes. So we haven't made plans yet on what we're going to plant out here. Last year I did beans over here with corn. Nothing grew. Not a single thing grew. Over here we did tomatoes, which those did grow. And then the back corner I tried to grow zucchini and cucumbers. I think it was too much shade for them over there, so they didn't grow well either. And I did more cucumbers here, but they did not grow well either. Last summer we didn't have a whole lot of time, but it sounds like this summer with the COVID thing, we are going to have lots of time. We built this strawberry arbor, tried to grow strawberries up there. That did not work. We have a lot of success growing tomatoes, corn. One year we did do green beans out in that area, and they grew very well. Pumpkins grow well. I've never been able to grow any melons or anything, so I'm trying to figure out what I should do with that. Gourds grow just fine. So there's certain things we've had trouble trying to grow out here, but we're gonna give it a go again and see if maybe if we have the time now this year that it would go better. Over here we used to have a strawberry patch. They did grow pretty well, but then one year my husband decided, actually when we built that arbor, he decided he wanted this as his pepper patch. So we went ahead and uprooted all of our strawberries, planted it up in that arbor, and it just did not work at all. So no more strawberries in here. We did plant garlic along the fence and onions, and they still sometimes grow. So we might get some of those around there this year. But yeah, tell me what you guys think we should grow in here. So another thing that we're doing in this time we have at home is we're getting our yard cleaned up, getting things done that we've wanted to do for many summers. We've been very busy the last 5 years during the summer, starting our own business, which is up in the air right now because of the economy. We have no idea what's going to happen. Thankfully, we are still working on the basement finish. For this week it's postponed, but at least we have that. And other things we're going to do is move some of the animals around. I like having the cows over by the barn. However, they are extremely messy. So the inside of my barn, even though we cleaned it out like when the cows came, it is horrible, and the ground is so wet because we got over a foot of really wet snow, and it even went in the barn. So I am going to fix up the old, I'm going to have the family help me, but I'm going to fix up the old goat pen, get the cows over there. I found out that my 2 bucks, and luckily only them, have mites, so I'm going to be treating them. I'll hopefully be able to remember to show you guys that process, but I'm going to be treating them for that and then moving them to a different pen. Luckily we already had an old rabbit pen set up that we had rabbits in, so I'm going to move them over there and treat them. because if you leave them in the same bedding, they will just get the mites back. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna move the cows over there. We have to do some work to our chick brooder. Some of the chicks are already almost grown out. They're very fast growers, and so they will need more space, but I will still have to have them separate from my regular chickens because they're so much bigger than them. But the good thing is my chick brooder is what I call it, is in the pen with the chickens, but they just can't get to each other. So that way they can get acclimated to each other through the fence, and that's how I've always done it. It works very well. But the roof of it is just simply some plywood, and it's been out there for several years, so there's a big hole in it, so I have to fix that. Actually, Ryan will probably fix that for me. And let's see what else. We bought 2 bags of forage seed for our backyard. We have to till up a portion of the backyard, get those seeds planted so they can start growing. And then once we move the cows and the bucks to the other side, I can put the ones that are in the backyard back into the goat pen with the barn, and everybody will be back to normal again. And that way in June, when we start kidding, everybody will be happy in their own places. So the old goat barn is also falling apart from being outdoors, so we're also going to have to build some sort of lean-to shelter for the cows, in case it rains or snows again. So we're gonna have to do that pretty soon. So yeah, a lot of work around here, and then if we have time, we're gonna try to get Colson's playhouse built. I'll show you it. So we want to do it right here on these stumps where the hammock is. The hammock is gonna stay under the stumps, and we're gonna build like a platform thing with the stumps as the posts, and hopefully make it come out to a point by this tree over here, and the kids will have a nice hangout spot by the garden. And then we plan on building a barbecue pit right there as well, so that this area can just get cleaned up and be our hangout area where we have fun, and we can pull some weeds when we're get some energy and all that. And then we're also going to be, not this wood pile here, we're going to keep that there because some of the stray cats live in that. But over here on the side of this house, we're going to get that cleaned up because I have another surprise for you guys coming up on Easter. So be sure to stay tuned for that. And yeah, we'll just go back here and see all the other goats. These are the backyard goats I mentioned. Right now they're sleeping. Well, I don't even think they sleep in those. They just go to the old goat house, which is over here. I'll show you. So that right there is the old goat house. And as you can see, the goats have destroyed the back of it, so there's a hole. And then if you look at the roof, you can tell it's caving in because the board underneath, I don't know if you guys can see it, the board underneath has cracked, because even though I've told my kids millions of times, do not climb on that, they play on it. But this is the pen that I've gotten ready for the boys. It used to be 2 pins, but I took down the fence in the middle. And so for now, this should be just fine. Their other pin isn't much bigger than this. But yeah, that'll keep them in and we can get them healthy again. And then this is where the cows would come and be in once we get this all cleaned up and a new shelter built. Just gotta fix the fence up. So that's that. let's go see if we have any more eggs. I did find 6 this morning, so I doubt there will be more, but maybe. Say hi, boys. Elvis has it the worst. He's losing hair on the back of his... Hi, Johnny. Hi, Johnny. He's losing hair on the tip of his nose, the back of his neck, behind his legs, and on his tail. Johnny doesn't have as many signs, but if you look real close, you can see the white around his eyes. They're little flakes. That's from the mites biting and eating the skin. I gave him some bread the other day. I don't see any more eggs, so we're good. But yeah, we're gonna come out here and start that tomorrow.